This has been Kaneaiakala at Phoenix Rising Addiction Center. Thank you for joining me again today. This is part 4 of talking about step 2. Came to believe that a power greater than ourselves could restore us to sanity. In the last episode, in part 3, we talked about just keeping an open mind, being open to suggestions, being open to the people who you've asked for guidance from, that you're talking to right now, a sponsor, the program that you're in, a therapist, a mentor, whoever it might be, that you just go in with an open mind, that you go in just taking it in. You know, in realizing that what I've come to realize out of step 1 is that my best thinking got me here. So here I am asking for help, here I am seeking help, here I am doing help, and now they're asking me to come to believe that a power greater than myself, and as we had mentioned before, that power can be those resources that you've reached out to, could be a religious God understanding that you have, it could be a spiritual thing, it could just be about presence, it could just be something that can restore me. I think the emphasis is on restoring, restoring me to some life of sanity, not just sanity in the world, in what's going on in my life outside of me, but to be able to restore some sanity within myself, within my thinking. One of the things that I had to realize in my sobriety has been that that a lot of the problems that I have started between my 2 ears, in my thinking. I have been so identified with my thinking and with the many identities and forms and everything that goes on in my thinking that I thought that that's who I was. Well, that's not who I am. And I've been living, even in sobriety, thinking, even though I have a lot of knowledge and I have a lot of experience and a lot of time of sobriety and staying clean, it doesn't mean that the thinking or the unhealthy thinking or the repetitive thinking of my past doesn't impact what goes on today or at this present moment or at this present situation. It's very easy for anybody to face a situation that's happening right now in your day and not go back into the past and pull past experiences that were similar to that experience and then judge it or bring into the past, into the future situation, and make the situation a lot bigger than it really is. Making a situation that could be really small, really not that bad, it's just a situation. And I will go into my past of 50 some odd years of being on this earth, and I'll go into the future and I'll start worrying about how this is going to affect my future. And the situation is way bigger than it really is. And I find that to be true in a lot of different things, and even in us and what we teach here at Phoenix Rising is how we're so identified with the way that I think in the past and in the future. And whenever I do that, I am no longer present in the moment dealing with a situation in a responsible way. I then become irresponsible and I make rash, unreasonable, hasty types of decisions based on past or future, and that's never good. So we come here in step 2 and coming to believe that we need to come in with an open mind, to be open to new things, to trying new things, you know, and that's what step 2 is. It's just opening up that avenue for us so that we can receive the help and the guidance that we're actually seeking. And I'm going to continue reading in the book, and in the next paragraph or two, the mentor or the sponsor talks about scientific belief, you know, and I think that that's going to be really, really interesting. So the sponsor continues. Take, for example, my own case. I had a scientific schooling. Naturally, I respected, venerated, even worship science. As a matter of fact, I still do, all except the worship part. And that's how we are too. There's a lot of similarities to this, where this example is talking about science. And you could have other identities or things that you believe in, or religion, or whatever it might be, and have really strong beliefs about it. You know what I mean? And what this is saying, and he's giving an example of science, is just be open and not worship it. Time after time, my instructors held up to me the basic principle of all scientific progress. Search and research again and again, always with an open mind. When I first looked at the program, a reaction was just like yours. This program business, I thought, is totally unscientific. It is unscientific. This I can't swallow. I simply won't consider such nonsense. And that's the closed-mindedness. Yeah? I won't consider this nonsense. I don't believe in that. Whenever we mention I and me and my and mine and all that kind of stuff, we're into ego. We're into me, I, and not being open. And what step 2 is trying to point out is that we need to be open. To be open. Open to new ideas, new practices, new things. Yeah? And see what happens. You know, contempt prior to investigation leaves a man in everlasting ignorance. Contempt prior to investigation. So check it out. Try it out. Give it some time. He goes on to say, then I woke up. I had to admit that the program showed results, prodigious results. I saw that my attitude regarding these had been anything but scientific. It wasn't the program that had the closed mind. It was me. The minute I stopped arguing, I could begin to see and feel. Right there, step 2, gently and very gradually began to infiltrate my life. I can't say upon what occasion or upon what day I came to believe in a power greater than myself, but I certainly have that belief now. To acquire it, I had only stopped fighting and practiced the rest of the program as enthusiastically as I could. Put the effort in, try the new suggestions and things that are being offered to you by the people that you have in your life. And if you don't have people in your life, then go find people in your life or outside of your life, professionals, therapists, a program, a counselor, a coach, whoever it might be that might be able to help you and maybe even understand and go through the steps and see how these steps are so universal. That they're not just for the alcoholic drug addict. They're not just for the sex addict. They're not just for the gambling addict. That the 12 steps can be a universal tool and program that anybody can use in their life and help enhance the quality of that life. But we have to keep an open mind. Okay? So I thank you again for being here, for watching the video. Please pass this on to others, friends, family, who you think might benefit from hearing this and maybe even practice this in their own lives to help improve the quality of their life, you know. So again, thank you. Please leave comments, follow us on our YouTube channel and our social media platforms. We're here for you to help if that's what you're open to. And I just want to say mahalo.